The night sky was beautiful. Stars twinkled on the pitch-black canvas up above. I wondered how far they were. I took a deep gulp of air. The cold air filled my lungs. Wind whistled past the leaves in a nearby tree. The melody was soothing. It drowned out the distant chatter. As I lay in the middle of a grass field, I slowly closed my eyes, hoping to engrave the magnificent view to memory. But it faded as soon as I started to slip away. I opened my eyes and sluggishly stretched my hand to the sky. If only I could hold on to this moment. I did not want it to end. It was too lovely a night to die. She stood there, casting a shadow over my body. Just stood there while I gasped for air. How could I be so naive? My empire was falling down and I did not see it coming. I thought I had built it out of iron and steel, more like sticks and straw. She huffed and she puffed, and in a blink of an eye she blew it away. I didn't hold anything against her. This wasn't personal. I was just a loose end that needed to be cut. In a different time, the roles could have been reversed. I would have been the one standing over her dying body. My luck had just run out. It was a hostile takeover. A new sun was rising, and I was the keeper of too many secrets. Ones that I would keep forever. My death would guarantee that. A knife to my back. How ironic. Live by the sword and die by the sword. And I did swing the sword many times. Our clients called us Black Widows, cleaners, fixers. I preferred secret keepers. Black Widow was a little cliché. I did work with ladies and we did kill men, but women were not off limits. They actually accounted for the bulk of our kills. A torrid affair to be hidden, a rape to be covered up, an unwanted pregnancy to be purged. I had killed dozens of women because a man wanted to cover up the consequences of a good time. But just to be clear, I do not particularly like men. They do not have the intellect or self-control and are so weak as to seek courage from the bottom of a beer bottle. I remember my first kill. He had a particularly large head. They called him Biggie. He was a low-level loan shark who had a tongue that could easily be loosened by a few pints. He had loaned a boy $1,000 to pay off a gambling debt. Unfortunately for him, the boy grew up to be an important member of parliament. Biggie had to be dealt with and the secret had to be kept. Biggie was no different to other men. He, too, had an insatiable urge to mate. It somehow blocked his ability to think. Mother Nature really played a number on men. On the eve of the MP swearing in, I started a conversation with Biggie. It only took the promise of a good time to lure him to the roof, a dare to get him to the building's edge. I only had to push, and he had a great fall. The building wasn't high enough to kill him, though. I was worried for a second. The ambulance rushed him to the hospital, but to no avail. He had broken so many bones, all the hospital doctors and nurses couldn't put him back together again. Another memorable one was a college student called Maria. A good student and a fair lady. It was winter when I got her name. She had a pretty fleece wrap, white as snow, and she took it everywhere she went. I followed her to class, lingered near, and patiently waited about till she appeared. This was a brutal one. She was supposed to be the poster girl of the penalty of reporting sexual harassment to the university. I cut her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, then let her go. The client wanted other students who lived down the lane to see her bleed as she ran. A lingering death, he said. He was some sort of Lingxi scholar. I let her live for a while and told her so. A few weeks later, I paid her another visit. The terrified little piggy had stayed in her dorm room, terrified to see the light of day. I caught her again, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I sliced her skin again. She fought back, though, bit my little finger on the right, and then I let her go again. When I caught her again a few days later, I stabbed her right in the heart. It was over. Everyone knew who she was and why she had died. Hers was a lost sexual harassment report filed with the university. The client was pleased. We got several referrals from him. Business boomed. It was the beginning of an empire. I built it with broken skulls of the ill-fated, spilling innocent blood, and now I share the same fate. A sharp pain brought me back to reality. I choked and coughed out some blood. I tried to open my eyes, but I could not. I couldn't feel a thing. There was no light, just a gloomy blackness. Hickory dickory dock. The clock struck 12. My time was up. Hickory dickory dock.